Last week, the Southern Africa Refugee Organization Forum filed an urgent application in the Durban High Court seeking for the judiciary to put an end to blockages of immigrants who have been prevented from accessing the healthcare system since July this year.
Our application, which we brought to court, is to interdict the March and March and the Operation Dudula members from denying the refugees and asylum seekers, in a particular documented one, from accessing the health facilities. In the incidents which has been happening, we saw them operating around and outside the hospitals and the clinic, and no one seems to care.
It says scores of immigrants have been impacted by the act, calling for an end to what it believes to be politically motivated.
We say that exactly, and it's pertaining from what we have heard some leaders speaking. As I said before, we saw the speech of the Premier when he said that he's going to speak to the MC of health in KwaZulu-Natal, that the only people carrying a South African ID should access the health facilities.
Some members of the March and March were also in court. They say it's also difficult to know who is in fact in possession of a valid permit, as there have been some cases of immigrants faking these permits.
Every time Home Affairs, Immigration, Police go around, check who's there so that you don't find yourself stopping the right people. We don't find ourselves stopping the right people who are supposed to be here. We're not against for them being in the country and accessing whatever they can access.
The matter being struck off the roll was a verdict welcomed by Operation Dudula in KwaZulu-Natal.
The energy they are showing to make sure that South Africa is ungovernable. This is a type of element that we see in some terrorist activities. That's why we say, may they disclose the documents that show who is funding these people to an extent that they pay and they employ such expensive lawyers.
The courts found that both the ministers were not responsible for the ongoing blockages and also questioned why an urgent application was filed over a month since these activities. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Phila Mthembu in Durban.